Observations on MLP is a new video series I'll be doing, in which, instead of analyzing individual episodes of My Little Pony, I'll make analytical observations about the world and characters. These videos will probably involve a lot more speculation than my analysis videos, which should make them pretty fun. Pony genetics have been brought up exactly once in MLP, when Mr. Cake was trying to explain how he and Mrs. Cake, both Earth ponies, had produced a Pegasus and a unicorn offspring. It answered the question of whether different kinds of ponies can breed with one another, and what happens when they do. Still, the majority of the ponies we meet in this show have families that are all the same type of pony. For instance, the entirety of the massive Apple family consists of Earth ponies. Nevertheless, when you think about it, it's not different at all from human race relationships. Chances are you know or have met some people of mixed ethnicity, but I'm also willing to bet that most of the people you know are the product of parents of the same race. There's also a good chance you've had a white person or two explain to you how they're 1/18th Cherokee and 2/9 French and all this other shit that bored you to tears, but the end result seems to have been a white person. On the other hand, you may have a friend like mine who's half Filipino and half French, and even though he doesn't quite look like anyone else I've ever seen, is mostly typecast as Asian. My point is that people tend to mostly mate with others of the same race, and even if there's a little bit of a mix in their bloodline somewhere, you can't always tell the difference between someone who's got 2 continents in their genes and someone like me who's just white as all fuck. Ponies seem to be the same way, which is reasonable enough. I can easily see where an Earth pony would have frustrations with a mate who's predisposed to flying, or who can trivialize everything that they do with magic. We already know that ponies can be racist from studying their histories, so there's also the possibility of that as an undercurrent. In the case of the Apple family, it's probably a mix of a lot of emotions, which can best be summed up as tradition. Remember how mad Applejack was with Twilight in Winter Wrap-Up when she defied the tradition of not using magic? I imagine this is the kind of emotion that keeps apples from marrying with them unicorn types. Sorry, I was trying to keep southern stereotypes out of this, but I'm from the kind of south anyways, so I know that these stereotypes do exist for a reason. Looking at the other families in the series, we have Pinky's All-Earth family, Twilight's unicorn parents, and hold on, what's up with Rarity's dad? If this guy is a unicorn, then his hat is covering it up. But wouldn't it be fascinating if he's an Earth pony? It wouldn't be surprising if Faust or someone else imagined him as an Earth pony but used the hat to disguise this so that young viewers wouldn't get confused by the fact that Rarity's parents were different pony types. What makes this great though is that Rarity's parents were designed to be embarrassing to her. They have a wretched fashion sense and speak with Midwestern accents, and it's obvious that Rarity has tried her hardest to be as distant from their style as possible. It would be pretty interesting to discover that Rarity had at some point dealt with shame over having an Earth pony father, though this is obviously something that the show would never explore. Regardless of that, let's think about Rarity's interest in stallions, seeing as she's the only one out of the main 6 who has ever expressed a desire to find a mate, and has been seen a few times to be flirtatious. Most obviously, there was her failed courtship with Prince Blueblood, a white-coated, high-society unicorn just like the one that she aspires to be. She also may have had a thing for the similarly white-coated regal unicorn Fancy Pants, seeing as she chose him for a dance partner during the royal wedding reception. I could have sworn there was another pony Rarity flirted with, but I'm not sure when it was. I had thought it was the Pegasus in Wonderbolt Academy, but it looks like she's just happy to have been saved, not exactly making doe eyes or anything. If you aren't yet buying into the idea that ponies look for ponies of the same type as mates, check out Hearts and Who's Day. I'd been thinking about how Cheerilee and Big Mac are both reddish Earth ponies, which probably made them a perfect choice for a Valentine's Day episode, but I expected to find that the Cutie Mark Crusaders had gone through all types of ponies while looking for a suitor, except the truth is that they didn't. Watch the clip. Out of all the stallions that the CMC surveyed, not a single one of them has an apparent horn or wings. I was pretty shocked by this actually, because it shows that whether or not the staff was thinking about how the different types of ponies can crossbreed, they definitely made a point to have only Earth ponies be put under consideration as Cheerilee's suitor. So in conclusion, I think it's pretty rare for ponies to mate outside of their type, both for the practical reasons that I described above, and out of a sense of tradition, because on a practical level, the Apple family could do well to invite some unicorns into their bloodline. This doesn't mean you should stop writing your Twidash or Appleshy fanfics, but it's something that you might want to take into consideration when fleshing out those relationships. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this observation video, and leave your comments about if you think I should do more of these. While you're at it, click a bunch of links in the description and have fun.